On my way to Epcot on the Skyliner right now. All the trees hit it. Once we get past these trees.
If you're planning to visit World Showcase today, now might be a good time to practice your olas, ni haos, and konnichiwas. When you arrive at each nation's pavilion, cultural hosts will be waiting to greet you in their native language, helping make your visit to Epcot a truly international exchange.
There's the giant golf ball, but they don't like when you call it that. It's actually a pretty cool ride, though. Mock-up of the Eiffel Tower. I'll be showing you Ratatouille a little bit later. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Epcot, and it's 3 rides that are actually worth riding, and the rest of the time just walking around boozing it up.
We are now arriving at Epcot. To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship, welcome.
And you better have some money to spend. At the gate, getting ready to enter. Yes, it's Epcot. Actually, I must clarify, there's about maybe 5 rides that are worth riding here. Soaring, Test Track, Ratatouille, Mission Space. It's all good. And the boats inside. Yeah, the boats inside the pyramid. And another one where they show you those interesting hydroponic gardens. Oh well. It'll be a day. And that leads you right into the French Pavilion. It's supposed to be France, but it's really not that accurate because they don't cuss at you in French. Oui, oui, you're American pig. Look, it's a dragon or something. A lizard with wings. Seriously, which character is this? Well, who cares? I'm now heading towards Test Track for everyday commute to Walmart. Same thing. Oh, donuts. The rumble you hear is the next car passing. And the cool part is you never get a speeding ticket. Sponsored by Chevrolet, because if it was Ford, it would break down a lot. Look, they're putting together Bumblebee. From the Transformers, get it? Bumblebee. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the future of electric razors. Just imagine how much of a baby face you'll have after you trim your beard with one of these. Now they're giving very explicit directions on how to use these scissors. I let you 5 to 1 that the people in front of me who aren't paying attention, and they'll all try to act like they can sit there and get their own station. Here's my new car. Look at the power. Yeah, it's gonna eat up that road. Look at the efficiency. Well, it's gonna burn that gas, but who cares? I'm still gonna eat up the road with a sucker. Wonder if I could go do 70 miles backwards like I could do in a Lamborghini. I only know that because I play Forza. Oh well. Soon we'll get to try it out. They just won't let me hook the scooter up and see if I can get it up to 65 miles per hour. Oh well. Almost there. Counter's down to 10. We'll see how this works out. Goodbye, everybody.
Is around the corner. For your safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, including supervised children. Thank you.
La estación de control de cinturones de seguridad está a la vuelta de la esquina. Por su seguridad, mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo y cuida a los niños.
Automated driving technology activated.
Welcome to
So
the
we gonna
Sim
stop at McDonald's?
We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface.
Made in Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, we're in trouble.
On start. SimCar performance data acquired.
Hey, who taught you how to drive?
Let's see how your designs hold up now.
Commencing SimCar off-road and extreme weather sequence. Capability test results displayed and verified.
Now let's see how your vehicles compare when it comes to their efficiency.
We're in trouble.
Scanning SimCar for optimal eco efficiency. Gauging EcoScan for aerodynamic efficiency. Drive systems analysis. Hyperspectral imaging in progress. Calculating total enviro impact. Commencing responsiveness test.
Okay, the responsiveness data is now being synchronized.
Automated driving technology verified and active.
Yep, this is the normal ride to Walmart.
Automated crash avoidance technology disengaged. Displaying responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test.
Defying storm. Geez, slowing down was almost harder than slowing going fast.
Displaying power test results. SimTrack performance testing complete.
Hope this isn't like the boat in Willy Wonka. Are those Oompa Loompas?
Welcome to a voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, the diversity, the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. create the diverse living systems of our planet.
Watching rain falling, how exciting.
Home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet.
If the camera drops down, it's probably because I'm falling asleep.
Cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich in productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert. But over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we are able to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
Farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on saltwater.
If you're watching this, I hope you're still awake.
Tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land. Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times.
Yes, I'm ready to jump out of this boat in excitement.
Laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the road. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish. But fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system...
Soak it up all you can. You're going to be on somebody's plate someday.
We're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources.
Cerviche.
While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases.
A real
These
plastic
crops
meal.
taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants.
Is that the Umbrella Corporation? We hope. Oh, we hope you enjoyed. We hope you stayed awake during this portion of the ride. Now that I'm finished riding Boring, it's time to get on the ride called Soaring. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Getting ready to fly. Yes, ma'am.
All right, straight on ahead to Concourse C.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Enjoy your flight.
Be our guest, be our guest. You gotta see this. All they're gonna do is put the special hang gliding attachment on top of my scooter. It's really cool. Everyone's a critic. Well, you can tell me what's in my car with here. Wow, we ended up in Antarctica and San Francisco in nanoseconds. This thing can go really fast. If you can move to the country this fast, can you save me on airfare? Just drop me off at my house. Wakanda forever. be off here. Here I am in line for Ratatouille. Opened yesterday. Yay! Here's a closer look at the front of the line. We're all eager to ride. We all want to be rats in a kitchen. Yay! So after a long and twisting line, we're finally inside to find another line. Gosh, you gotta love the rides here. When did the bars open now? But then again, it's like, do I really want a rat serve me a glass of beer? Oh my God, we're gonna eat at Gaston's. They have some French toast and some French fries and some French dressing on the side. And don't skip out on the rudeness. I'm almost getting on the ride. I'm not going to really post too much because I don't want to do spoilers for new rides. So I just show you what it's like to be in line and all that stuff. So cheers now.
Welcome aboard the Stellarator. In just a few moments, you'll be on your way up to Space 220 aboard the Centauri space station. Enjoy the ride.
Is this properly decompressed?
SV2, you are clear to roll. Initiating in 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
You're riding aboard the Mark V Stellarator, the latest in space elevator engineering. Looks like we lucked out tonight. The atmosphere is clear, and we have a spectacular view of the eastern seaboard. Enjoy your journey. I'll be back in a bit with arrival information.
Cell in space. Woo! Yeah. So doesn't it look beautiful up here in space? Oh, man. Here it is. Space 220. The newest restaurant at Disney at Epcot. But getting up here probably took about as long as if we took a regular trip to space. It's all good though. I love the atmosphere, it looks good. Can't wait to see my drink. It's my cocktail, the Big Tang, and yes, that's astronaut ice cream on the top there. And boy, does it kick. So far, so good. So far, I had the calamari appetizer out of this world. The drinks are fantastic. Nice atmosphere. It does actually feel like you're floating in outer space. Really cool restaurant. Thumbs up. Worth the wait. And here's my main course. Duck. It's not rabbit season, it's duck season, and boy, that looks good. Oh my gosh. Oh well, bon appetit, folks. Hey, Mom, please forgive me. You know I would never eat Brussels sprouts, and you definitely could never give me to eat butternut squash, but they had both on that dish, and I gobbled them both up. Wow. Your cooking was always better though. God bless you, Mom. I miss you. Wish I would have filmed it, but this is the aftermath of my chocolate cheesecake. Banging dessert. Banging meal all together. Atmosphere, food, drinks. This place has it all. Had to wait about 4.5, 5 hours to get in, but who cares, man? It was good. Well worth it. Here at Epcot, I managed to do the two hottest things, new things that have come out. Let's be at Ratatouille the ride and dine at Space 220. Y'all have a good one, man.
Our way shortly.
How was everything? Pretty good. Awesome. Love to hear it.
SB1, you are cleared for departure. Initiating descent in 3, 2, 1.
Your journey back to Epcot will be a smooth and quick one tonight, so enjoy the ride.
So from our space station, going down to Earth's atmosphere, we're going at a controlled speed. So this ring that we're about to enter in just a few, that's what's controlling our speed on the way down. But once we enter Earth's atmosphere, that's when gravity's just going to kick right in and take the lead. Now hold on tight, because we're about to move from the atmosphere.
Epcot is now coming into view. When we dock, gather your belongings, exit through the open airlock, and watch your younger travelers.
SB1 cleared for arrival.
Air pressure normalized. Docking complete.
We hope you enjoyed your
So we're going to Skyliner to finally make it back to the hotel. Yeah, I guess it was a successful trip. Got a lot of relaxation in. Very few minuses, but a heck of a lot of pluses. I mean, Epcot is Epcot for what it's worth. You know, there's, like I said, only a couple of rides worth actually going on in Epcot. It's more or less like an adult place than a kid's place. Ratatouille is awesome though. Space 220 was a pretty good experience. But you know, by next year they'll have the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster put up, so maybe it'll be a lot worth it. And we're stalled out right now, so oh well. Hope you enjoyed my videos, folks. I would appreciate, you know, maybe word of mouth, get a couple more subscribers, get some feedback. Tell me if you like it, tell me if you like them. Tell me, hey, you're a dumbass, whatever. I could take it. Yeah, have a good one, and I hope you guys get everything that you guys hope and wish for also. Goodbye.